There's been a ton of commotion around Johns Hopkins creating an armed police force. Here's what's happening. In 2018, the university first introduced a plan to hire armed police based on an increase in violent crime on Baltimore campuses. Because they're a private institution, they need state approval to have a police force. In 2019, they got it, and community opposition intensified. Students led a 35-day sit-in protest. A letter calling on Hopkins to abandon the plan got 6,000 signatures from faculty, students, alumni, and neighbors. Faculty passed a resolution urging the Board of Trustees to reconsider, and a Student Government Association poll found that 3 out of 4 undergrads opposed the idea of an armed police force. Protesters feared that having lethally armed security forces on campus would make people feel less safe by increasing incidents of police-instigated violence, racial profiling, and suppression of the right to protest. Then, in 2020, development of the force paused after the murder of George Floyd. And then silence for 2 years. Until this August, when Hopkins announced that the pause was over. They are now finalizing an operating agreement with the Baltimore Police Department and want to hire officers as soon as next year. In response, student protesters recently shut down a town hall meeting. There have been resolutions of opposition passed by many groups. We conducted an analysis and found that the rise in violent crime that first started this idea has since receded, but Hopkins still doesn't seem deterred. Hundreds of Hopkins professors and staff are against this plan, with one professor of political science and Africana studies saying, "I'm a full professor at one of the best universities in the world. I study this stuff. I know what's right, and still I consistently lose."